Welcome, dear listeners, to another spine-chilling episode of them. Tonight, we take you on a journey into the heart of darkness, to a place where the line between the living and the dead is blurred. We venture into the notorious Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Illinois, USA. Established in the 1830s, this small, unassuming graveyard has long been abandoned, its tombstones cracked and overgrown with weeds. But don't be fooled by its seemingly peaceful appearance, for this cemetery holds secrets that are anything but restful.
Imagine walking through the woods, the moon casting eerie shadows, and feeling a sudden chill in the air. You look around, and there it is, a house that wasn't there a moment ago, its windows dark and empty, calling you closer. But as you take a step forward, it vanishes.
They say the spirits here are restless, bound to the earth by unfinished business or tragic ends. Sightings of ghostly figures, mysterious lights, and even the sounds of long-forgotten whispers have been reported by many who dare to enter. Tonight, we delve into the stories of these lost souls. Starting with the tragic tale of the woman in white, a spectral figure seen cradling an infant, her face etched with eternal sorrow. So dim the lights, settle in, and prepare yourself for a journey into one of America's most haunted cemeteries. This is Bachelor's Grove, where the past never truly dies, and the dead are never really gone. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, a name that evokes shivers down the spine, was established in the 1830s. This once quaint resting place, meant to offer peace and solace, now stands as a silent witness to the eerie and unexplained. Originally, it served as a family cemetery for early settlers. Over the years, it saw numerous burials, but as time passed, the cemetery was forgotten, left to the mercy of nature and the supernatural. Graves, long neglected, became overgrown with weeds and ivy. Tombstones crumbled, and the names of the departed faded into obscurity. Imagine the sadness of those forgotten souls, left without visitors, their stories untold, and their memories erased.
But the neglect didn't mean it was abandoned by all. Tales began to emerge of strange sightings and inexplicable phenomena. Visitors reported seeing shadowy figures lurking among the trees and ghostly apparitions standing by the gravestones.
As the years went by, the stories grew darker. It wasn't just the occasional ghostly sighting anymore. People began to speak of the vanishing house, spectral lights, and the eerie sensation of being watched.
Some even claimed to have heard whispers carried on the wind, voices of the restless dead, calling out to anyone who would listen. What could they want? Why do they linger in this place, caught between the realms of the living and the dead?
Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is not just a burial ground, it's a place where history and the supernatural collide. It's a testament to the idea that some places are never truly at peace, and some spirits are never truly at rest. As we explore the haunting tales of Bachelor's Grove, remember that every whisper of the wind, every rustle of the leaves, might just be the echo of a long-lost soul, desperate to tell their story. One of the most chilling legends of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is the tale of the Vanishing House, a spectral building that appears and disappears at will.
Imagine walking through the dense woods, the moonlight barely piercing through the thick canopy above. Suddenly, you see a house standing eerily still, its windows dark and lifeless. Your heart pounds as you take a step closer, compelled by an unseen force.
Some say this house was once the home of a family long forgotten, their tragic end leaving an imprint so strong that the very essence of their dwelling refuses to rest. The sorrow of their untimely demise echoes through time, manifesting as this phantom structure.
Many have claimed to see the house, always describing it the same way.
A quaint, old-fashioned farmhouse, seemingly out of place in time. But the most unsettling part? As they approach, it fades away, leaving only an empty clearing and a lingering sense of dread.
Witnesses often report an overwhelming feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes are observing their every move. The air grows cold, and the silence is deafening, broken only by the sound of your own rapid breathing.
Accounts of the Vanishing House date back decades, each one adding another layer to the mystery. Skeptics dismiss it as a trick of the light or an overactive imagination, but those who have seen it know better.
One such account tells of a young couple exploring the cemetery at dusk. They saw the house and, hand in hand, decided to investigate. But as they drew near, the house began to shimmer, its edges blurring before vanishing entirely. The couple was left standing in an empty field, cold sweat dripping down their backs, hearts racing in terror.
They never forgot that night, the sadness of the lost family haunting them, the image of the house etched into their minds forever. It was as if the spirits were reaching out, seeking recognition, or perhaps redemption. The Vanishing House remains one of the most compelling mysteries of Bachelor's Grove, a ghostly reminder that some stories are never fully told, some spirits never fully at rest. As we delve deeper into the eerie tales of Bachelor's Grove, keep your mind open to the unknown. For in places like this, the boundary between reality and the supernatural is as thin as a whisper, as fleeting as a shadow. Among the many spirits that haunt Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, none is more poignant and heart-wrenching than the ghost of the woman in white. She is often seen wandering the cemetery grounds, her ghostly form draped in a flowing white gown. Clutched tightly in her arms is an infant, and the sorrow etched on her face is enough to break even the hardest of hearts. Local legend has it that she was a young mother who lived nearby many years ago. Some say she lost her child to a tragic accident, and overcome with grief, she took her own life, forever binding her spirit to the place where her sorrow began. Her appearances are frequent and consistent. Always at dusk, when the shadows lengthen and the air grows still, she emerges from the mist, searching for something or someone that was taken from her too soon.
Witnesses describe an overwhelming feeling of despair when they see her. As she glides silently through the cemetery, they feel a chill that penetrates to their very bones. The air around her grows colder, and the sense of loss is almost palpable.
One account tells of a man who saw her standing by a grave, her eyes filled with tears. He tried to speak to her, but she simply turned and vanished into the night, leaving him with an indescribable sadness that lingered for days.
Perhaps the woman in white reminds us all of the enduring power of love and the deep scars of loss. Her presence is a silent testimony to a mother's love that transcends even death, a sorrow so profound that it echoes through the ages.
As we continue to explore the haunted grounds of Bachelor's Grove, remember her story. For in every whisper of the wind and every rustle of leaves, you might just hear the faint cries of a mother searching for her lost child. a ghostly reminder of love and loss eternal. Deep within the shadows of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery lies another mystery that has baffled visitors for decades, the Phantom Farmhouse.
Imagine walking through the dense woods, the air thick with anticipation. Suddenly, you see a farmhouse, standing eerily still amidst the trees. Its windows are dark, its door slightly ajar, inviting yet foreboding.
This house is unlike any other. Many have described it as a quaint, old-fashioned farmhouse, seemingly pulled straight from another time. But as they approach, something inexplicable happens. The house begins to shimmer, its edges blurring as if it's being erased from existence. Before they can reach it, the farmhouse vanishes completely, leaving behind nothing but an empty clearing and a chilling sense of dread. Some say the Phantom Farmhouse is the remnant of a family tragedy, a home that once stood proud but was lost to time and sorrow. The spirits of those who lived there might still be trying to hold on to the memory of their beloved home.
Witnesses often report an overwhelming feeling of being watched as they approach the site. The closer they get, the heavier the air becomes, pressing down on them, urging them to turn back.
One account tells of a group of friends who decided to explore the cemetery at night. They saw the farmhouse and, with a mixture of curiosity and fear, approached it. As they drew nearer, the house began to fade, its outline growing faint until it disappeared completely, leaving them standing in stunned silence.
Their experience didn't end there. As they stood in the empty clearing, they heard footsteps behind them, but when they turned, no one was there. The feeling of being watched grew stronger, and they fled the cemetery, hearts pounding in terror.
They never returned to Bachelor's Grove. Haunted by the memory of the Phantom Farmhouse and the unseen presence that seemed to follow them, the Phantom Farmhouse remains one of the most enigmatic and haunting features of Bachelor's Grove. Is it a portal to another time, a ghostly echo of the past, or something even more mysterious? As we delve deeper into the stories of Bachelor's Grove, remember the Phantom Farmhouse. It stands as a testament to the lingering presence of the past, a spectral reminder that some places hold on to their secrets, no matter how much time has passed. In every tale of the supernatural, there is a thread of history, a whisper of what once was. The Phantom Farmhouse of Bachelor's Grove invites us to listen closely, to see beyond the veil, and to remember that the past is never truly gone. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is not just a resting place for the innocent and the tragic. It is said to be a dumping ground for victims of a darker past, a time when mobsters ruled the streets and their ruthless deeds left a permanent mark on these haunted grounds. Imagine the brutality of the Prohibition era, when rival gangs fought for control and betrayal was met with swift, violent retribution. Bachelor's Grove became an unmarked grave for those who crossed the wrong people, their bodies disposed of in the dead of night.
Visitors to the cemetery have reported seeing spectral figures in old-fashioned suits and fedoras, their faces twisted with anger and vengeance. They appear suddenly, their presence palpable, and the air grows thick with a sense of impending doom.
The mobster ghosts are often seen near the pond at the edge of the cemetery, a place where many bodies were rumored to have been disposed of. The water, once serene, now holds secrets and whispers of the past. One chilling account tells of a young man who ventured too close to the pond. He described feeling a hand grab his ankle, icy and unrelenting. As he struggled to break free, he saw a shadowy figure rise from the water, eyes filled with sorrow and rage. These spirits are not at peace. They were robbed of their lives in violent ways, their final moments filled with terror and betrayal. Their anger lingers, a dark stain on the cemetery, a reminder of the brutality they endured. Some believe these mobster ghosts are seeking revenge, their restless spirits unable to move on until their killers are brought to justice. Others think they are trapped in an endless loop, reliving their final moments over and over again. One group of ghost hunters experienced this firsthand. As they explored the cemetery, they heard the distant sound of gunshots and felt a sudden oppressive presence. Shadows flitted around them, and the air grew cold and heavy with menace.
The hunters reported seeing ghostly figures rushing towards them, expressions of fury and desperation on their spectral faces. They fled the cemetery, their hearts pounding with fear, the echoes of the past pursuing them into the night.
The mobster ghosts of Bachelor's Grove remind us of a violent chapter in history, one where life was cheap and trust was scarce. Their restless spirits serve as a testament to the darkness that once permeated the area, a reminder that some wounds never heal. As we delve deeper into the haunted tales of Bachelor's Grove, remember the mobster ghosts. Their stories are etched into the very fabric of the cemetery, a chilling reminder that the past is never truly buried, and the echoes of history can still be heard if you listen closely enough. Among the myriad of eerie phenomena at Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, the ghost lights are perhaps the most enigmatic and unsettling. These mysterious orbs of light have been reported by countless visitors, each encounter more perplexing than the last.
Imagine walking through the cemetery at night, the darkness enveloping you. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you see a faint, glowing orb hovering above the ground. It flickers, almost beckoning you to come closer.
Many have described these lights as floating just above the gravestones, moving with an eerie grace. They come in various colors: blue, green, white, each one casting a ghostly glow that illuminates the surrounding tombstones in an otherworldly light.
Witnesses often feel an inexplicable pull towards these lights, a curiosity mixed with a deep sense of dread. As they follow, the lights dance away, leading them deeper into the cemetery, away from the safety of the paths.
Some believe these lights are the spirits of those who died tragically or were buried without proper rites, their souls wandering the cemetery in search of peace. Others think they are the restless spirits of children, their innocent lights forever playing in the darkness. One particularly haunting tale tells of a woman who followed a blue light deep into the woods. As she approached, the light blinked out, leaving her in total darkness. She turned to find her way back, but the path had disappeared, replaced by an overwhelming sense of isolation and fear.
The air grew colder, and she felt a presence behind her. Too terrified to look back, she ran blindly through the woods, the sound of footsteps echoing her own. When she finally stumbled out of the cemetery, she was shaking, her heart pounding with the terror of what she had experienced.
The ghost lights of Bachelor's Grove are a reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. They invite us to ponder the mysteries of the afterlife, to question what we think we know about the world beyond. As we continue to explore the haunted tales of Bachelor's Grove, remember the ghost lights. Their ethereal glow is a beacon in the darkness, a reminder that some spirits remain ever watchful, their presence felt in the flicker of an unearthly light. As our journey through the haunted corridors of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery draws to a close, we are left with more questions than answers. The restless spirits, the ghostly apparitions, and the inexplicable phenomena have painted a picture of a place steeped in mystery and sorrow. It's hard not to feel a profound sense of melancholy for the souls trapped here, their stories half told, and their lives cut short. Each grave, each shadow, holds a tale of love, loss, and longing. We've encountered the woman in white, forever searching for her lost child. We've seen the phantom farmhouse, a spectral remnant of a bygone era. We've heard the cries of mobster ghosts, their restless spirits caught in a loop of violence and betrayal. And we've followed the ghost lights, leading us deeper into the unknown.
Each of these encounters leaves us with a chill, a reminder that the line between the living and the dead is fragile and easily crossed. The air grows thick with fear as we realize that these spirits are ever present, watching from the shadows.
Bachelor's Grove Cemetery is more than just a burial ground. It is a testament to the enduring presence of the past, a place where history and the supernatural collide in a dance of shadows and light. As we leave this haunted place, let us carry with us a deeper understanding of the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. Let us remember that the past is never truly gone, and the spirits of Bachelor's Grove serve as a haunting reminder of the stories yet to be told. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey through Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and remember some places are never at rest.